in here for Omega. First and foremost, they will be using Raid Hardpoint. One of the things that they really excel at the most at Garena Masters Season 3. And I love this take from them because you take away this Raid Hardpoint, you also take away the control raid that WDCF Freestyle can offer against you. So with that being said, this is actually very smart for them as we load up and dial in the game. Things are about to go down here at group stage day number 2. A king versus a king. WDCF Freestyle and Smart Omega Hardpoint raid. Here we go, AJ.
But I tell you, I am a little bit confused as to why did the players of WDC Free Slot ban out that firing range. It doesn't seem like they had too big of a problem dealing with that map in the past. I mean, SNDs, they've played it, but we don't really have a lot of information based on how they play respawns at firing range. So I guess that is one of the weaknesses that can be exploited by teams a little bit later on. But from the very get-go here, first Hardpoint dominated by WDC Free Slot just until Smart Omega appeared at that laundry side, managing to snuff out a couple of players. And on the other side, you can see the players of WDC spawning a little bit too far away. 28 seconds, still a lot to contest for, but the players of WDC are falling one after the other. Nobody was able to get anywhere close to that hard point. 18 seconds to go. They send 2 players in, whereas 3 others go in for that early rotation. But guess who they meet halfway through the line? Smart Omega doing 2 things at the very same time, and the one thing they do very good is slaying out the boys out of Thailand.
Yeah, great hard point setup here at P1. They are chaining it here at P2 as well. Another money hill that could be guaranteed in here for Smart Omega, and Candy will be the first one inside. Wins one huge gunfight in, but Chick now going for the trade, but the pinch play about to come through in here with Rage around the back, and unfortunately for him, gonna get shut down in here. And what the way to get that initial setup here for Free Slot, you know, just constantly sending over player at a time over and over again, and eventually they overwhelm Smart Omega to speed 2. So now they're holding off the point. 28 to 44, cut down to that 24-point lead, now down to 14 points, and this is going to be a great play for them now, AJ.
Yeah, it was a very solid play in terms of strategy for WDC Free Slot, securing the spawn out of basketball court, and that just gives you a free access from garden as well as that safe room into kitchen. So this one was very well planned out and executed by the Thai players. Smart Omega, on the other hand, super early rotation. I'm not a very big fan of that because I believe you can fight a little bit more, but with the way WDC had that control over at P2, Smart Omega, they want to bet on the money hill here. They double back down into P3 super early, so it's all going to depend on these next few gunfights. Can they win it out? Can they pick out all 60 from this particular side? Because if they can, WDC Free Slot is going to be in a world of pain. They do have the lead for the time being, but Smart Omega looking to change that within the next few seconds.
Yeah, potential money grab here for Smart Omega right now. They are funneling WDC Free Slot into only one angle. That would be at the gym section, and Candy doing a great job winning this gunfight in here. Spots one more player at the gym shots, but unfortunately will get shot down. But the thing here is, right now for Omega, will be able to get that lead at the moment with them actually being able to contribute more as a team and not individually. And this is the team that we saw from Garena Masters Season 3 that really take down Blacklist International Ultimate. This team play right here is the reason why they were able to be the crowned as the champions of the MSP. But for now, they've been solid, you know. They gave up that final 15 seconds at P2, but when they're guaranteed to have a great setup and a money hill involved, they're gladly gonna take it here, AJ. Look at the lead right now, 66 to 83. And not only that, they're already in the next hardpoint rotation at the basketball court.
Yep, smart play coming through from WDC Free Slot. Smart Omega hopping off of the hill at the very last second, managing to secure the final slay. And now WDC Free Slot with 3 more seconds to go. Hunter Killer Drone manages to secure the swimming pool side, whereas 2 players on the side of Smart Omega hop on into the hill. One Freddy gets 1 player out of the equation. They want to secure the spawns out of garden as well. For the time being, Smart Omega being forced to spawn out from open stairs. That's just a little bit too far away. But Whoopi, he goes in for the investment of the Annihilator. This is a great play because the rest of his players were just a little bit too far, and Whoopi fully streaked up already. Can just be the Annihilator himself, and I'm not talking about the operator out there on the battlefield.
Yeah, great score streak effectivity, and of course that's specialist that Whoopi invested, that really bought some time for his team to reinforce inside the point. And now they're using those core streak, the Predator missile, to just basically take away more players from free slot, as we continue to see this team actually struggle with the way Omega has been handling down this chain of rotation that we currently have. And final 10 seconds, scrap time about to get involved. And one thing more than likely is we go to P5, you would want to have that statue control. And guess what? Free slot is going to be there. Guitar will be that first player. But you obviously know Omega will be finding those players to hunt that player down. And there they go. The battle for P5 continues in here as the Hardpoint opens up. Initially, it's going to be Smart Omega inside the point, but the game still very much close. Score streaks and operate is going to be very useful in here. And you do see Rage actually use that in, try to create a difference in the game. And they take the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, so far, when it comes to spawn control, I have to give it to WDC Free Slot. But Smart Omega winning this by brute force, fighting their way through, winning out a majority of those gunfights, and they are able to secure the majority of the points from this P5. And back and forth, they just bash their heads in, not allowing the Thai players to step their foot into that P5, not for a single second. Yes, there was a challenge, but they're not managing to pull away this site from them at all. Final survivor goes down. WDC Free Slot unlocks that hard point, but the damage has been done at P5 already. Now Smart Omega can go in for those rotations and focus on controlling that laundry side. And as you can see, 2 players pushing up already. Idra needs to win a big gunfight, but he does not do that. Taken down by C1. That's a bigger win coming through from WDC Free Slot. They string those wins through. Early rotation. Once again, the winning factor for WDC Free Slot is going to be the spawn control.
And now right now for Omega, you see they're pushing up here the laundry side. They're able to take down the power position controller. So with that being said, this split spawn situation could guarantee them some skills, but the CODM RNG is going to spawn them right beside this laundry. So this is going to be beneficial for them, but they got to convert the shot. C1 being a nuisance, but finally gets shot down in Smart Omega in just a matter of time. They're able to create that break, but WDC, they will not refuse here without losing and backing down. So they're going to allocate the resources inside the point as well. And it's just a battle in here at this final 20 seconds. But what you obviously want to have here is that chain of rotation. If you are free slot right now, you are in perfect position to rotate already. And of course, get that setup early enabled at that kitchen where it's going to be a money hill. One-sided hill right now, and Omega is on the prowl. Either will be there to shut them down. And what a way for them to actually attack here at P2.
XS1 versus XS1 about to break down at Garden. And yes, they go up against each other, but Whoopi wins that, but only to be annihilated by from the back. Candy goes in for a very big investment of the Annihilator as well, only to be shut down by Cheek and his own Annihilator. This is just 2 teams, 2 Goliaths going up against each other. And I don't mean those score streaks, I mean them as teams as well. The strategy is so sound on both sides, and WDC Free Slot just a couple of seconds away from taking over this match, taking over that lead as well. And once again, I have to stress, you drop into Hardpoint, you gotta focus on the spawn control. Smart Omega is playing all of this a little bit sensitively, if you ask me. WDC Free Slot might be able to punish them for that gameplay.
Adaptability is going to be the name of the game in here for both Free Slot and Omega. Right now, they just one-upping one another, and this final bit of contest here at this kitchen is going to be very important for you to take that lead. And with that being said, Free Slot is going to claim that scrap time. And the important thing here is you get this garage control where you obviously have WDC inside the point already. C1 and number 5 in Guitar, just making sure they team up and get the skills. And they've been so successful so far as they likely try to defend this and buy the team some time to reinforce. They will do so fail, but they are able to make sure that they're scrappy enough for them to have a 50-50 battle on of the rotation. And now the Hardpoint is contested as we go see and look at the line through the fire and flames. And Risky will be here to create the plays. Well, so far so good for Smart Omega. This has been their baby, this P3 right here.
Yeah, mistake by Anawin bringing in the Annihilator in such an open space, gets instantly punished by the one and only Rage with his own Annihilator. Both teams have got the exact same mindset, and their strategy going into this matchup seems so close to each other. But WDC Free Slot just does not have a good control on this money hill as we rotate into P3. It's just all the way Smart Omega on that first rotation and the second rotation as well. 19 more seconds to go, and if I was WDC, I'll rotate away and stop allowing the players from from the Philippines to continuously streak up through all of my mistakes. And that's exactly what the Thai players do. They're heading on here for basketball court. And if things go their way again, that spawn control is going to be the winning factor. Predator missile hanging up in the air. Swimming pool not secured. Freddy misses by a mile.
That's going to be very heavy for whoever invested that. So with that being said, another Hunter, Predator missile will be sent out in here, and score streaks galore are going to happen inside the game. Finding good value off of that. And now Omega on the break. They're looking to get attack in multiple angles. One player coming through the Tiki, but the spawns are going to be very hard. Risky now drops in the nade, and that's it. The Predator missile will not find anything just yet. And Freeslot continues to claim all the time in the hill, but finally Risky will be able to make it in time. He wins one huge gunfight, moving inside, pushing up, but still gets shot down. WDC looking things down.
Yeah, this time WDC Free Slot loses the favorable spawns to the side of Smart Omega. But when that happens, this is just a massive amount of investment into those score streaks. And it looks like Smart Omega has lost this match already. A few more seconds. Can they make that adjustment? 10 more seconds to go at this hard point. You need to scramble for P5. Earlier on, Smart Omega did fantastic. But this time, look at WDC overextending into its gallery. That might just be the winning factor for the players of WDC. This is that surprise factor that they bring into the shot, and they do manage to secure the spot at P5 before we even kick things off. Smart Omega, they lose their lives. Gravity Vortex this time round. Hydra goes in for a good investment. Sucks up C1 as well as Guitar taken down by Candy. Smart Omega showing signs of life once again. This is a huge fight out there, just like we anticipated. But WDC Free Slot with 8 more seconds, make that 5. Can they pull this victory? It looks like it's all done and dusted already. 30 more seconds to secure, but Smart Omega should have controlled those spawns from the very get-go.
Later on, they lost with their map pick, but looking at the post-game breakdown, you see the difference maker in here. For both ends, for WDC, it's going to be Yaya with 39 and 30. For Candy, he's going to have 34 and 30. Quite a similar stats in for both ends, but